Straight ahead on 12 News Weekend, the future of Surly in Brooklyn Center, what the beer maker has planned as it eyes a move to Minneapolis. Then, what the future holds for downtown Robbinsdale.
It is a very key redevelopment parcel.
The big purchase that is pegged for redevelopment. But first, concerns over affordable housing. Why some believe inner ring suburbs are being taken advantage of. 12 News Weekend starts right now. Hello and thanks for joining us. We begin with growing concerns this weekend about a plan that some say is concentrating poverty and prolonging racial segregation. Brooklyn Park and Brooklyn Center have filed a complaint against the Metropolitan Council, accusing the regional planning body of policies those cities see as unfair. Brooklyn Park Mayor Jeff Lundy tells 12 News his city has provided more than its fair share of affordable housing. He says it's caused a huge financial burden, one the city can't afford anymore.
What happens is when you don't have other communities that step up and do their fair share, then you end up with concentration of poverty, which we have in Brooklyn Park. You end up with schools that are not performing as well, and then you had houses just don't sell or appreciate in value because of those schools.
More than 50% of homes in Brooklyn Park are considered affordable. Lundy says the Met Council expects cities like Brooklyn Park to build new affordable homes simply because there is less opposition. He says that thinking is flawed.
We're saying it's time for the metro area to stand up and say this is a shared responsibility, and it's not just Brooklyn Park's job to provide affordable housing for everybody.
The Met Council will adopt a final plan sometime in November. As far as the complaint filed by Brooklyn Park and Brooklyn Center, it will be up to the federal government to decide if it has merit. If it does have merit, funding for the Met Council's plan could be in jeopardy. In New Hope, the city has approved a final development agreement with Hy-Vee. The Iowa-based grocer will buy the former Kmart site from the city for $3.7 million. This will be Hy-Vee's first store in the Twin Cities. In addition to groceries, it will include a restaurant, coffee shop, liquor store, and gas station. The store is expected to open next fall and bring 400 to 500 jobs to New Hope. And Hy-Vee is also considering a store in Maple Grove. It just won't be in the Arbor Lakes shopping area. The Opus Development Group originally penciled in a Hy-Vee store for a new development near Hemlock Lane and Elm Creek Boulevard. Those plans also include office space and a hotel. City officials nixed the Hy-Vee idea, saying another grocery store isn't the best fit given that there's a Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, Cub, and Byerly's already nearby. Now to Robbinsdale, where the city is eyeing a big development opportunity of its own this weekend. Here's Shannon Slatton.
It is a key spot in our downtown, and it's been on the market now for over a year.
The TCF Bank property on West Broadway is a large one, stretching for half a block.
This is a great opportunity to think about what kind of redevelopment would be appropriate for this area, whether it's remodeling the buildings or starting all over with something new.
The city plans to purchase the property for $628,000. The deal includes not only the building, but 2 parking lots, one directly behind the building and one off Hubbard Avenue.
So it is a very key redevelopment parcel. It's a great opportunity for the city to be in the driver's seat about what does go into that spot.
City officials say they are open to any and all viable ideas, knowing they want something to complement popular downtown restaurants and not cause a parking conflict during peak hours.
As we are looking for a partner in the downtown area, we want to consider everybody's parking needs and making sure that there's an ebb and flow for the parking demand.
The proposed LRT line will also stop nearby, which could be an attractive asset for a future business.
I think something to keep the focus on the small town community aspect of Robbinsdale would be key.
People have several ideas of what could go here.
I think some small, intimate shops would be a perfect fit.
I would like to see a jewelry store in there.
I think a child care, baby care, baby center.
A furniture store would be wonderful in there.
Still, more people we spoke with off camera say they really don't know what would be a good fit for this size of building. But they agree on one thing, something that would bring more people into downtown Robbinsdale and support the businesses that are already here. In downtown Robbinsdale, Shannon Slatton, 12 News.
Now to Crystal, where we start our weekend review, and a $500 reward offered to solve a vandalism incident in the Crystal Police parking lot. These photos show the damage from a large brick thrown into a squad car window, nearly injuring the department's canine, Rocco. The dog was in the back seat but was not hurt. Crystal police say it's possible someone was intentionally trying to hurt the dog. In Golden Valley, a new assisted living and memory care facility is being proposed. The Trevilla proposal would expand and renovate a vacant senior living facility east of City Hall. The Golden Valley City Council will consider final approval next month. And it's a little easier to get around Robbinsdale this weekend now that 42nd Avenue has been partially reopened. Part of the street was closed for more than a week while crews made repairs to an underground water main that burst last week. Hennepin County has since reopened one lane in each direction between Highway 100 and County Road 81. Well, in a matter of months, Brooklyn Center-based Surly Brewing will be making a move. A new destination brewery in Minneapolis will help Surly increase production of its popular beers such as Furious and Bender. This weekend, Alexandra Renslow looks at what the Surly move means for the Brooklyn Center facility.
Cheers to a new chapter at Surly Brewing.
We love Surly.
As legions of fans known as Surly Nation gather for Surly Fest,
drinking the Festbier right now. Or as I say in Germany, Festbier.
The Brooklyn Center Brewery is on the verge of change, 8 years after opening as a company of two.
I always say all we tried to do was brew enough beer to meet payroll. That's it. And everything that's happened to us is, been an amazing ride and been fun to be part of, but it's nothing anyone ever expected, I guarantee you that.
Now employing around 50 people, Surly will swell to 150 employees when they move into their new Minneapolis destination brewery under construction now near TCF Bank Stadium. The move doesn't mean the party will end in Brooklyn Center.
It allows us to have this facility really focus on specialty beers, barrel-aged beers, wild beers. It's really a pretty unique situation that not many breweries have that great opportunity to do. So it's really pretty exciting. I know a lot of the brewers are excited to do a lot of different small batch stuff here.
Surly President Omar Ansari has sentimental ties to this building.
Dad, come here. This is my dad. Hi, Nick.
Ansari's father, Nick, once ran his Abrasive Metals small business here.
We will keep brewing beer here. There's no plans to close this.
As for where Surly Nation will celebrate next year's Surly Fest, stay tuned.
It might be back here. It might be at the new brewery. Honestly, with all the challenges we have of trying to get the new space open, we really haven't figured out Surly Fest 2015 yet.
Alexandra Renslow reporting. Surly's Minneapolis brewery is scheduled to open early next year. Well, coming up on 12 News Weekend, Halloween is big business. We have creative costume ideas that won't cost you an arm and a leg. Then later in sports, the surging Hopkins volleyball team is on a roll. We catch up with the Royals. But first, it cools down on Monday when a chance for a thunder shower is possible. The National Retail Federation says nearly 30% of consumers shop for Halloween during September. If you are one of those early birds looking for a deal, we have the place for you to find a costume. Here again is Shannon Slatton.
This dress with a little white face paint, braids, your Wednesday Addams.
ARC's Value Village has 2 new guest stylists to add to their popular and free personal shopper program.
Yeah, come with an open mind and I'm sure you'll find something fabulous.
Sarah Colvin has worked in the British fashion industry.
It was a dream job, so I can shop for a living.
Asa DiCarlo has 15 plus years in fashion.
The boutique is an amazing place to come and get inspired and find ideas.
They helped us navigate the Halloween Boutique, which is the store's largest seasonal event of the year. ARC's Value Village has more than 75,000 costumes in 4 stores.
A lot of this is donated, so who knows what you're going to find in here.
You can pick out prepackaged brand new costumes.
Unless you want to, be wearing what everyone else is wearing. And that's up to you.
But if you have an open mind, you can come up with something much more creative.
This little social butterfly.
Grab butterfly wings, add social media icons, and you are a social butterfly. Or how about a queen bee?
So the next costume I have is a queen bee costume. So as you see,
draw inspiration from what you find on the racks.
So you get a full-on bridesmaid dress, crimp your hair, wear the wrong color foundation, frosted makeup, you're a bad taste bridesmaid. You could just put this on over what you're wearing right now and be a fortune teller.
Or look to Hollywood for inspiration.
Ziggy Stardust or even Michelle Pfeiffer in Scarface. I found this amazing old bridesmaid dress. Throw on some glitter, braid your hair back. You're Elsa from Frozen. With a hairband, shoes, dress, you're the girl from Great Gatsby.
And when in doubt,
With the Walking Dead popularity, zombies, of course.
know that zombies are hot. Throw blood on any costume and you can zombify it.
Or again, a zombie 70s fashionista. Throw a load of blood on it, get a few scars.
Thank you, Shannon. Well, based on costume sales, the most popular picks follow the movies. Anything from Disney's Frozen is big to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Well, still ahead this weekend, Maple Grove receives national publicity. See what put the local suburb in the spotlight. But first, Wayzata takes on Edina in a high-powered girls tennis matchup. That's coming up in sports with Jay Wilcox. Welcome back. Jay Wilcox joins us now at sports, and team looking pretty good right now with volleyball. Hopkins.
Yeah, they had a lot of potential coming into the year, and they've played a lot of tough opponents, so they've lost a few along the way, but now really sailing along. The Hopkins volleyball team had a good run last weekend, winning the Eagle Invitational at Apple Valley High School. Jason Malillo visited the Royals and has this report.
Hopkins is riding high after beating Chaska and top-ranked Eden Prairie on Saturday to win the Eagle Invitational. The Royals lost to both of those teams earlier this season.
I think we knew what they could do, the other teams, and definitely our passing has gotten so much better. We've done nothing but get better since we played them. We've been practicing hard. I think everyone is really improving a lot.
Coach Vicki Swenson has experimented with different lineups and had to deal with injuries to some of her key players this fall. But the Royals are pretty healthy now, and winning a tournament like the Eagle Invite could give them a boost going forward.
You can't get by with just one or two players or three players just playing hard and going after it all the time. You have to have 6 players on the court who believe that they can win. And we've said all along this year, we have 14 players on our team, and they each are able to contribute, and it was just a matter of finding the right combination.
I think that it was definitely a turning point for moving forward. I think that we're only going to get better. Hopefully that was not the peak of the season, so that's just the beginning, hopefully.
Hopkins will host the tournament this weekend at the Lindbergh Center. The tournament environment is where the Royals want to play and where they think they need to play their best in order to prepare for the postseason. Jason Malillo, 12 Sports.
The Royals have home matches against Edina and Eden Prairie in the week ahead. Well, the Osseo volleyball team has a key match with Champlain Park this coming Tuesday. The Orioles took care of business against Spring Lake Park in a Northwest Suburban match. The Panthers' Pilar Onstead serves an ace, helping Spring Lake Park jump out to a 9-3 lead in the first set. But the Orioles score the next 9 points. Kelly Auer with the dig, and they set it to Hannah Pekarik for the kill. Later, Lane Ruska sets to Tina Bowe, who will get a big kill for Osseo. They scored 22 of the final 24 points to win the first set 25-11. Former Maple Grove assistant Joy Johnston is now the head coach for Spring Lake Park, and not much changes in the second set for them. Auer digs it right to Pekarik for a big swing and kill for the Osseo point. A great point is Bowe in the front row passes instead of attacks, and Shia Sanders hammers it home as the Orioles win again 25-11. Osseo sweeps Spring Lake Park to stay within a game of league leader Champlain Park in the Northwest Suburban. Breck and Benilde St. Margaret's have each had pretty good success in boys soccer in recent years. The two Highway 100 neighbors met up in Golden Valley this week. Breck makes it look easy here. Eric Horstman to Andrew Stumpfig for the tap-in goal. The Mustangs go up 1-0. And here's one a defender would like to take back. The clearing attempt is mishit, and Avi Eller is right there to pounce on the Benilde miscue for another Breck goal. Down 3-0, Benilde's best chance of the first half comes from Jerry Callengore, and it sails over the crossbar. The Red Knights trail it 3-0 at the half. Second half now, and Benilde generates a chance, but the header from Aiden O'Driscoll is just wide to the left of the net. Stumpfig sets up Eller with a nice pass, and he'll score to make it 4-0. Breck goes on to win this one 4-1. Section play gets underway in the week ahead in girls tennis. Wayzata's had a strong season, but the Trojans face a tough task against 17-time defending state champion Edina. Number 1 singles, Wayzata's Kelly Yang in the far court, meeting Edina's Caitlin Merzbacher. Yang gets Merzbacher moving around and then dumps a shot into the open side of the court for a point. Number 1 doubles, Edina's Sophie Reddy and Mackenzie Marinovich in the near court. Marinovich gets the winner against the Trojans' Haley Kane and Sam Stevenson. Number 2 singles in Edina's Kelly Rieger in the far court, meeting Wayzata's Jenica Zhang. Rieger finds an open spot for a winner on her way to a win. Second doubles play, it's Hannah Hankinson and Katie Engelking meeting Wayzata's Laura Moyner and Allie Wenner. The Trojans get the quick point on this one, and they're happy about that. Third singles, Edina's Margot Boyer faces Wayzata's Rachel Ostashinsky. Boyer hits the backhand winner as Edina goes on to beat Wayzata 5-2. So playoff time already here in that sport.
All right, there you go. Thanks, Jay.
You bet.
Well, once known for maple syrup, we'll tell you the new sweet distinction for Maple Grove. Plus, we meet the Armstrong teacher who turns theater class into a powerful social lesson. An Armstrong teacher has reason to celebrate. Ms. Kaya Peters-Hurt was named Theater Teacher of the Year by the Minnesota Educational Theater Association. An Armstrong grad herself, Ms. Peters-Hurt has been a teacher there for 5 years. Says she aims to make theater educational in more ways than one.
I want to share with the kids the collaborative art of theater and the joy of growing, the joy of gaining confidence, the joy of sharing a moment with an audience, but I also like to spend some time with the issues that we're dealing with, and we picked a really powerful social piece.
And she hopes students continue conversations on social issues that began in theater class. Well, finally, once known for maple trees and gravel mining, Maple Grove has changed quickly. One of the fastest growing cities in the state, Maple Grove is ranked number 2 on Money Magazine's Best Places to Live list. The distinction was among cities with 50,000 to 300,000 people. The magazine singled out Maple Grove's home prices and town green area.
You can shop, you can exercise, it's clean, it's neat, the people are friendly, so it's just a nice place to be.
I love the city. I mean, it really grew up. I mean, I kind of grew up with it, so went to high school at Osseo, and it's been really good.
I like that they have things going on during the summertime here in Town Green. We're here a lot.
Maple Grove also boasts more retail than any other city in the state except Bloomington. In case you were wondering, the best place to live, Money Magazine says McKinney, Texas, north of Dallas. Never been there.
No, Maple Grove, though, great honor for them.
Yeah, absolutely. That's all the news for now. Thanks for joining us.
Have a great weekend.